Refresh this.
You can disable them temporarily or permanently, giving you the control over when movement is detected. Do you disable them to sneak through unnoticed, or leave them on to bait enemies into giving away their position? You can even destroy them outright with explosives.
I think so. I think I'm back.
These destructible ingredients introduce new tactical possibilities, giving players more ways to manipulate their surroundings and outplay their opponents.
Each of these destructible ingredients adds a new layer of strategy and creates fresh opportunities for creative play. Whether you're using them to gain an advantage or counter an opponent's plan, they'll keep every round dynamic and unpredictable. We can't wait to see the tactical strategies you'll come up with. Destructible ingredients will be available in modernized maps and in the dual front game mode. And we're not done working on destructible ingredients. We'll be listening to all of you.
Destructible ingredients. I missed the advanced repel.
Speaking of listening, audio.
From what I could tell, though, it just makes
Sorry, everyone.
Just made it so you can sprint
to get a competitive
on
edge.
repels.
That's why we're introducing the biggest audio overhaul Siege has ever seen or heard. Every gunshot, footstep, and explosion will be more accurate, more immersive, and more clear than ever before. You're going to want to turn up your volume and put on your headphones for this one. Get ready to hear the difference.
Oh. Let's hear what this audio overhaul sounds like. Better with headphones.
In Rainbow Six Siege, audio has been overhauled to convey a greater sense of accuracy in order to give players more cues to reliably detect enemy actions. These audio enhancements add a layer of spatial distinctions, making it easier to tell if someone is coming from your left or your right. Sound propagation has been upgraded, with sound traveling vertically and allowing players to know if an enemy is pushing from above or below. Sound also propagates through openings created in surfaces, offering more immersion. Sound reverberation is more realistic, relaying whether nearby actions
Had to sprint and grab my headset. Yeah, I'm listening to everything.
Small room, indoors or outdoors, making pinpointing enemy locations more reliable. These audio innovations offer new tools to adjust response tactics, deliberately cause noise to draw rivals into an ambush, or use carpeted areas to limit the sound of infiltration, and use flashbangs to mask the sounds of powerful abilities, making for a more immersive, refined, and satisfying tactical shooter experience.
I get goosebumps every time I hear the new audio. With this audio overhaul, every sound in Siege is more precise and immersive than ever. You'll be able to pinpoint gunshots, footsteps, and explosions more accurately.
Plus one for the sound horse.
The right, above, or below.
That's
Intel
me.
makes or breaks great plays in Siege.
Yeah.
With these enhancements, audio has become an even greater Intel asset and is more reliable than ever. Audio will be able to provide the intel you need to succeed, but to truly dominate, teams need to be able to share that intel, coordinate attacks, and call out enemy positions.
That doesn't exactly help with this.
But we know that not everyone is comfortable using voice comms.
That's why we're introducing the communication wheel, a new tool to design communication faster, clearer, and more accessible.
Oh, and they saved the best for last.
In
The
heat of
weapon
battle,
inspect.
Communication is key. That's why the communication wheel is so important. It's your new way to call the shots and keep your squad in sync. Need help with a breach or a rotate? Call out the spot for your play. Is an area clear? Let your squad know it's safe to reposition. Ready to make a push? Tell your team you are moving in and lead the attack. And when a teammate makes the right move,
Can't wait to
confirm it
spam
with an
help.
okay,
Same.
or send them a quick thank you to keep the
Help.
teamwork flowing. The communication wheel gives every player the tools to share their strategy,
I'm gonna spam breach
regardless
on
of their
every-
play
on
style,
every wall.
keeping your team one step ahead.
What?
We covered a lot
Yeah.
of subjects, but what about weapons?
Tim's
We
making
know
a
how
Tim's
much
making a
players
joke,
love their
but
weapon
you can
skins,
heal people
and
in this
now,
game if
for
you
the
play
first
as
time
like
in Siege,
Doc.
you can check
There's
them
certain
out.
operators that give
With
help.
Weapon Inspect.
Oh my God! There it is!
I know.
Oh
You've
my
been looking
God!
forward to Weapon Inspect
Oh!
just as much as you have.
Oh, I'm gonna come!
Rifles, pistols, shotguns, Siege has over 100 weapons in the game, and you can inspect every single one of them on the battlefield. Now is the time to flex your favorite skins and appreciate every single detail.
You're about to see all of these changes in action in a 5v5 show match with your favorite creators. But before
Yeah,
we
they
get
have
there,
certain creators here that are like here to like play the game.
I wanted to take a moment to speak directly to all of our veteran players and community. I'd just like to personally thank you for making Siege what it is today. I myself am a year one player, and the last 10 years have been incredible.
Oh.
Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for the revives. Thank you for the adrenaline pumping clutches. And thank you for the EMPs and cover fire as I was trying to open the main breach as my boy Third Might.
Is he about to cry? I think he is.
"10 years of this game and the moments that have come with it are truly something to celebrate.
Yeah.
And I can assure you that we still have plenty in store throughout the year to celebrate this momentous milestone with all of you. We've been building towards this moment for 3 years.
This man is crying over enhanced audio. What?
All right.
I have folders.
We've been building towards this moment for
folders.
3 years.
All my scenes
And it
are in
feels
here.
unreal to finally be able to share it. Siege X marks the beginning of a new era of Rainbow Six Siege. This is our commitment to keeping Siege at the top as the best team-based tactical shooter
How
out
much
there.
did Ubisoft spend on this? All of their money.
This is our commitment to the next 10 years of Siege.
Where our maps are gonna have so many reflections.
And
You
this
won't
is
even
our
know what
commitment
part of the
to
map
you,
you're actually
our
playing on.
players,
Is it the real thing,
for being here
or is it
this
a
whole time.
reflection?
Thank you.
Audio and explosions so real and precise, you'll think they're happening in your house. When Siege X2 releases in 10 years.
Rainbow Six Siege has changed my life.
I like how
And
only
I've
a
had
quarter
many
of the room
players
gave a
from
standing
around the
ovation.
world tell me the same thing. Siege X is the continuation of this life-changing game. And on behalf of the entire team, we're working so hard to build on the amazing legacy, we would like to thank you all. The stories you share, the friends you make along the way, and the passion you have for the game inspires us to always make Siege better. And we have one more announcement. As you know, our esports event, Reload, will take place in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, this
Reload.
May. And today we can say that we are excited to announce that this will be the first Siege competition ever played on Siege X. Everything we just presented today will be there.
I guess
The
I
modernized
assumed
maps, the
that was the
overhauled
case.
audio, the new rappel mechanics, the works. Reload will also be the place for us to share with you the full roadmap for year 10 and give you an idea of what's to come after the launch of Siege X on June 10th. Before we jump into the 5v5 show match, I'm going to pass it over to Patricia.
Patricia! He's passing it over to Patricia.
Wow.
I don't know.
Thank you so much, Alex
What?
and Josh. Incredibly exciting updates.
That's Patricia.
And now, a little surprise
Patricia!
for all of you Ash fans out there. Let's take a look.
The guy in the background. Oh my god, can they see me? Yeah, because Patricia, I believe, is the voice actor for Ash. I believe. Oh, of course, and they're already gonna peddle the.
Well, an awful lot of information, and I didn't really expect it to get so emotional. But to Josh's point, it's not just the devs whose lives have been made better by this game. It's both of us as well. It's many of you. We're not just a community. In a lot of ways, it feels like
final
a
development.
family.
Real.
And for the last 10 years,
So true, bestie.
so many people's lives have been made better by Siege. So from both of us,
Yeah, they had to
a
they
very
had to
heartfelt
promo
thanks to the dev team,
a bundle
the
pack.
publishers, to the developers who've worked on this, to the people on the esports side of things, to the streamers and content creators, but most importantly, to you watching, because we wouldn't be here without you, the community.
Yeah, I mean, it's a surreal moment to be in this historical moment, you know, a decade of Siege, and to think that we're now here with something brand new.
I was saying
for each and
earlier
every
when this
single
started, I was
person,
like, I
whether
gotta
from
get
the
a
beginning
pair of
and to now.
high-top
I mean,
white
it is
cut.
truly a heartfelt moment, not only for me, for you, and like you
It's a
said,
good-
for
it's a good
everyone
shoot
around
piece for, like,
to
any
be
outfit.
in this moment, to
Yeah.
partake in this.
I think like an
And
all-black
again,
outfit,
thank you to
and
each
then
every
white
single
cut.
one of you.
I think
And
this
why
is
don't
the
you
clean
give
look.
yourself here in Atlanta a round of applause, because you've been great so far today. I know that there was some onion cutting going on moments ago, but this
those
is
aren't real
ultimately a
cops.
celebration.
They're
And you've been
cosplayers.
spectacular so far. We are not done.
They're
just yet.
cosplaying
We
as
do have a show
siege
match
operators.
coming up. I'm excited.
They're cosplaying
Are
as
you
Echo.
excited?
I'm
To be
excited.
specific. Siege is all like,
I just complimented you.
Like
How are you
military
booing me?
operatives.
I'm right.
yeah.
It's very hurtful.
Maybe weapon inspect.
I'm weapon inspecting my cue cards. They love it. That's a cheap pop. That's a cheap pop. A lot of big updates to the core of Siege. We saw a lot of it during Dual Front, but now you'll get to see it in action in what is called Core Siege, the game that you know and love, the game that you've been playing for some of you maybe a couple months, some of you maybe a couple days, some of you maybe
On the
since
backs
the
of
game
those cards,
launched in December 2015. We've decided to adopt another dev
the
that
backs of
we
those
had
cards
both Alex
probably
and
just
Josh on
say-
earlier, and now we're going to bring in our good friend Chris to talk about something else
Snipers
that's a
located
little
on
bit
these rooftops.
intriguing. It hasn't been in the game since the
Saying
beginning.
anything bad
but it
about
has
our game,
become a fundamental
done.
part of Siege, and I am going to put some blame on you. You're the reason why people's favorite operators aren't available in certain games. We're going to be talking about pick and ban.
Oh.
While we talk about the pick and ban, let's get
Is
ready
that
for
it? Is
Skittles.
it- they probably-
versus
those cards
Meaty
probably
Marley
don't
in
say
our
anything.
5v5 show match. Yeah, get
Yeah, when you play
loud. Come
competitive,
on,
you
can do better
ban
than that.
each team gets to ban an operator.
like that was like
Oh,
the
there's
same
wait.
energy
Oh,
as
there's 3
Friday's
rounds of
Matters
banning.
Loud.
Chris, there's something very
I
different
understanding
going
that
on the
correctly?
screen right now. Care to walk us through it?
Yeah, we're now seeing our newly updated pick and ban system for ranked, Siege Cup, and the returning unranked. So each
Oh, you
team will
ban operators
one
per
operator
round.
before each round, and up to 3
That's kind of
operators
cool, I
on each
guess.
side.
Because then if you
This new system is much faster.
'Cause then I guess
to
if
get
you
into the
fucking
action as both attack
play a match,
and
then
defense,
there's just this
span and parallel.
dumb combo or something,
It
whatever, you
also
just be like,
offers
all right,
more
let's ban
strategic
that
options when
operator.
planning your next round.
That's
As
actually
you
a, that's
can
actually a
ban
cool
with the
change.
knowledge of which site you want to defend or attack.
Okay.
For example,
Okay.
if you want to defend basement on Chalet, you can ban Ram before the next round. You
I've
can
never
also
watched
act
a
on
Siege
information
Major,
you gain throughout the match.
But I imagine this
So if you notice
is
they have a good smoke, you can take him off the table and
exactly
force
what
your
it
opponents
like.
to switch
Yeah,
up
the
their
salt bans
defense.
the salt bans are gonna
We're
go
excited
absolutely
to see how
crazy.
this shakes up the meta. You can ban more ops, it's faster, and you have more intel to inform your decisions. We have a
Narcoleptic
specific
nugget.
adaptation of this system for our esports competition. You'll see the esports
Yeah, they're
version
at
of
the
this
they're
new
at
pick
the
and ban
event and they're
system
playing.
in action.
They're
for the
playing
first time at the
Siege
Reload event
X
in
currently.
May
Like
in
this is
Rio,
the new
Brazil.
this is the new engine with all
Thank
the
you very much,
updates.
Chris. Is there anything you want to add just before we say goodbye? We've
That's the great
unadopted
that's the great part
You're
about
free to go.
this upgrade.
While we watch
Is
the
that it
game,
basically
anything
looks
about
the
pick and
same?
ban that you want to touch on?
I don't want to really touch on the pick and ban because we already
It
went
just
over
looks
that,
a
but I will
little. The
say,
lighting's
once
just
again,
better.
Thank you
And
so
there's
much
and
for
there's
players.
water
Thank you for
reflections.
today. Thank you for coming.
They had
The
a
creators,
whole
the
thing done
casters,
that.
our dev
Basically.
team, thank you so
Well,
much.
there's also, I mean,
And
there's
we
like
thank
new
you
like
as
destructible
well.
stuff
It's
and
a joint
like
effort. There are a lot of people who worked tirelessly for countless
the
hours
new-
to
the
make
new, like, core
not just Siege
mechanics
X happen, but this
are in the
Siege
game.
X showcase lots of people behind the scenes. You get
it's
to hear
honestly
and see
very
our
minor
faces, but we're not
changes.
here
It's like what
without
they
the
did with
other
Overwatch
people
2,
who are
basically.
operating the
Where they
cameras,
just kind
the
of
mics,
update.
production, and all of that.
Yeah,
So
they just
thank
like
you to them
updated the game,
as well.
but it's still the same game.
Where
There we
you're
go.
supposed to
There
clap.
we go.
You're supposed to clap too.
Cut on in the end.
Now, one of the things that was touched on by the devs was that destructible ingredients, and we saw it immediately. Meaty Marley meleeing the fire extinguisher, and another one just went as well. Now, you can wait and let those destructible ingredients go off in the cut and thrust of a match. Or if you think that they might hinder you, you can get rid of them real early on. There's variations to it.
Again, it adds that core element.
I recognize this push.
That you can
Done this many
outsmart an
times.
opponent. You can just get rid of it entirely. I love that you are able to, whether you want to deal with it or you can get rid of it right away. It gives that option, which I always can appreciate, that it's not necessarily forced. But again, the fact that this is now another element in
Destructible
these maps,
ingredients?
such
Yeah,
as
no, I also
Clubhouse,
don't like that
does
as a term.
change the dynamic of how this map can be played. For me, instantly, when I think about rotating, you hit
And just say
that
you added
active
more
ingredient to make those
destruction
pipelines
into
go
the
off,
game.
to cut off that rotate, whether that's an attack,
Destructible
whether that's
ingredients is a
defender
weird
doing that,
term.
it just creates another element to Siege.
Now the team's on your screen, as you can see, on the bottom portion, Skittles, Eldit, Macy J, Varsity Gaming, and Yo Boy Roy on one side.
my.
Speak of Roy, you said his biceps looked a little bit smaller, but the man is carrying his team.
my,
at the
these
moment.
two are
I think he got his workout in.
clutching
I think
right now.
I think the blood's flowing in the biceps. They're filled now. I mean, he got a 2K. He just hit a frost mat, so honestly, leg day isn't looking too great. Can't
Mental
lift
marker,
that up
these
unless
rotate
you don't have a
holes? Yeah, I
strong
know.
core, so we might have to take that back for the next round. But I mean, it was a 1v1.
And Varsity
Oh my
clutches it out.
god.
He took him to the academy.
They did. First round on the new look of Clubhouse. By the way, Clubhouse is one of the 5 maps that have received a visual update / visual overhaul. And as Chris mentioned, we don't just have the pick and ban at the start of the match anymore. You ban operators between rounds. So in round
Are
number
those
1,
eggs?
the attackers didn't want to deal with the Valkyrie, so they got rid of it. The defenders didn't want to deal with Amonte, and now they don't want to deal with the Blackbeard. Hey, let me say this. This isn't an esport event, but even the casual community says, we don't want to play with shields. Let's get rid of them. So a Blackbeard ban and a Bandit ban, and the one thing that
This is
you
really
can
interesting.
lean upon from your experience playing is a Bandit ban by the attackers comes in because you are expecting your defending opponents to go to a certain bomb site. Now, it looks like Team Meaty Marley will go down to basement, where Bandit isn't necessarily as critical. Kaid tends to be a stronger operator here, but no Bandit means that church wall downstairs, it's gonna stay intact and will require some other type of denial, which, by the way, Meaty Marley his team is not bringing at all.
Yeah, and again, it creates a completely
What is
different...
this? For those who are new to Rainbow Six Siege, don't do that. What is that?
Hey, it's okay to do that. This could be used in a way that we've never seen before.
Do you think that we're about to witness a new competitive esport meta?
Absolutely.
With a triple
Rookie
unreinforced panel
mistakes.
and a
People
lone mirror
reinforce it.
window?
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen, you know, what haven't you seen in Siege? It's endless opportunities, abilities. I just saw 3 cap cans at the front of that door. I don't typically see that. So the fact that we're seeing a mirror on an unreinforced church wall, it makes sense. Going for a spawn kill here, but Ross can't get it done. But back to your point of just, you know, the getting rid of certain operators through and through
Yeah,
without each round
this
instead
round.
of it being at the very forefront of it, again, creates such a different level.
Yeah, this is what it's
in
like
how
when you
want
watch
to approach Siege, and that's
like an
always been
esports
the
event like
beautiful
this.
thing about Siege. It's you can't get
Like
too
when
you
comfortable.
play
The meta is constantly shifting.
When you play the
And I
game,
think
when you
we
play the
can
game,
all-
no, it doesn't.
I
It
think
doesn't.
we
It
can
doesn't
all
show this.
agree
This is strictly
that
for
you
us.
need to be on your toes
Oh.
when you're playing Siege.
They can see.
Thank you to Rolo for showing us how the weapon inspect
They can see their
plays in.
teammates.
I will say, with all the changes we've seen, the audience
Yeah,
did
'cause
seem
that
the
would
loudest at the
defeat the
weapon
purpose.
inspect. It has been
Rightfully so, but I
Very,
gotta also
very
say
well received.
the visual enhancements as well. Clubhouse looks absolutely beautiful.
That drywall looks like it was put up yesterday.
I think you could smell it if you were in the lobby.
I can. Smells like a new build. Which, by the way, seems like CJX is. Now, we both come from esports, so we're going to take some time to actually cast this like a real esport match. We'll also take some time to be a bit more casual in the way we go about this. And all of these players currently competing know Clubhouse. It's one of the oldest maps. It came with the game in launch. It was the first map
trap kill,
to
love it.
receive an update, tweaking it to make it more competitive for where Siege was at. As the game evolved and we got more operators, maps became harder to defend, harder to attack, and they needed some refreshments. Clubhouse was the first map to get it. There have been a couple since, Oregon, Cafe, Chalet, etc. Varsity Gaming's out here. Farming clips, but
Somebody
it's
talking about Varsity just got put down.
Macy and Narco as the last two left. Diffuser running away, and a counter disable as Macy sweeps in. And he blows the doors off of the defense. Macy as well, one of the OGs making content since the game basically first
Meaty
launched.
Marley.
There's a lot of Siege veterans and Siege royalty, if you could say that, in this
To
lobby.
Without a
win,
doubt. And
it
of course,
depends on the
Macy
game
knows
mode
how
you're
to play
playing.
those post plants. I mean, you see his
For
videos
them,
that he
I
uploads.
think
Macy does a very good job at capturing how
I don't-
Siege is played.
I
at
think
a
they're
tactical
playing
mindset.
till-
He has a very,
They must be doing it like a
very
ranked, so I
good
think they have to get
understanding
to
of the ability to outplay an opponent. And again, for that post plant, easy, he gets it done. But again, seeing these bans come out, now the Dokkaebi makes sense. Vigil on a Clubhouse, little skeptical of that ban coming through. I think there are some operators
Macy J.
on
Clemens
that
second
list that
hand
you
from
could
watching
get
it,
rid
his
of
bed-
that would
that's his
help
bedtime
on
content.
those defensive
Yeah,
hacks.
that's Northern
But
Client.
oh wait, no, I believe that's the attacker.
Yeah.
That is my correction. I don't think for the attackers you really need to get rid of a vigil
First thing in the morning,
on here. But
take
again,
a piss,
the fact that you are
find a
now
librarian
able to
video
get
to
rid
watch
of
while I get
these
ready
many
in the morning.
operators throughout the game,
When you eat.
it's again. It's
Yeah,
a
I need some
completely
kind of like,
different
I need some
We
kind
are
of
running
steamy.
out of time for you to get access to the dual front beta.
Yeah, NL's
so
goated.
if you are just tuning in, hurry. Link your
egg
Ubisoft
is
account
goated.
with Twitch, and then watch either this stream or one of our partnered streamers, and you'll gain access to the beta code after about a half hour or so. You hope that Team Meaty Marley are able to bring this one back.
Meaty Marley.
Because typically Clubhouse is a defender-sided map. The fact that Team Skittles are already off to the races with 2 rounds is a bit abnormal for what we see out of Clubhouse.
I like
But
this
hey,
play.
it is a show match. This is not the epitome of competitive, and most importantly, it's not
I like
an
this
esports
play.
competition.
Well, I think
This
it's
is some
just,
shit
you know,
I would
you
do.
Look at Roy and you
It's
look
not
at
exactly
Varsity,
the
kind of
smartest,
taking him to school, and Roy's taking
but
him to the
sometimes
gym.
that's
they're
sometimes
both
that gets the job
educating
done.
Team Meaty Marley, on some degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trick shot
Geo
era has
angle that
been
we just saw
something
from
else.
Rollo,
Game
in a
of the
spot
year,
that was popularized in
according to
esports called
Northern Lion.
the Adam spot, as there was a player named Adam who at one point in time hid there as a vigil, went undetected, and then got an ace as he came back. What
Oh my
what on
God.
earth? Atheno capitalizing off of that. Rasco trading back as Varsity gets 1 for Team Skittles. I feel like I caster cursed this team, Gabe, as it's only Yo Boy Roy and Eldid as the last remaining. They'll plunge through the smoke of that fire extinguisher in the hallway. Marley lets the sledge of Yo Boy Roy swing by. We're not even a minute in, but Rollo blows things up with a nitro cell, and Team Meaty Marley is on the board.
There we go. Get the 2-piece with
the Matt
C4
play.
from Rollo. Again, that's be a TikTok
Except
play
Matt
that
never
I'm sure
never gets the
she's going
opportunity to do it.
Oh,
as
for sure.
soon as possible.
They're all, hey.
And then he's last
all
and then he's
farming
last alive
They're all
on
farming
a floor below
Side
everything.
swap has now come in, so as was discussed by Chris, but Gabe, you can touch upon, when you're on attack, you ban a defender.
Correct.
When you are a defender, you
How is
ban
that man
an
playing
attacker.
like that? That looks
so
so uncomfortable.
Gone are whether you want to remove
His
one or
arms
the
like
other.
this.
Now it's just locked in, you tackle it
Been
head
like
on.
this the whole time.
Team Skittles, whatever bomb site they go to, which looks like it'll be one of the upstairs bomb sites, CCTV and cache, they don't want to deal with a thermite. Thermite is so strong on this
you're
bomb site.
sitting
not
crisscross
just to open up that
applesauce?
CCTV
I can do that
wall,
in this
but
chair.
additionally, to open up the other portion of the upstairs, which would be the jacuzzi wall or the construction wall. It's going to hinder the attack.
Which we are not only seeing a bandit brought successfully, but we are also seeing that mute just for that little extra bit of reinforcement to make sure that any bit of denial on those walls is going to be warded off. But that goes into, once again, the picks and bans. That the fact that it falls off.
Oh, okay,
on
so
behalf,
they just so
that
they
you are now
ban
seeing what the other team had to
over
go
again.
What that
Okay.
defending side wasn't successful with, you can essentially get rid of once
Okay.
you get to that level and know exactly kind of the
Interesting.
approach and how you want to play your defenses or how you want to play your attackers just based off that first half.
Bomb located by attackers.
Looking like it's going to be a pretty default setup from the side of Team Skills. Nothing too crazy here. I am expecting Varsity to either bandit trick this wall, which I think that's what we're going to see here. He's going to bandit trick the server wall.
I guess that is interesting that you get to ban every round, because then, yeah, you can kind of set up for your pushes, because you can
For
ban
those
a
that are
defender as
unfamiliar
an
with
attacker.
Siege, and I mean, I
That'll
suspect
kind of
there's
help.
a few
And
people
then the attackers
watching
can ban a
who
defender.
haven't had full hands-on experience with the game. When you
pretty
reinforce
cool.
a wall, it
I
means
like
that
that
you
change.
need
I
a
think that's
specific
nice.
gadget to cut through that steel reinforcement. Thermite is one of those operators. He was one that was banned by Team Skittles. You see that Rasco, playing that ace, will have access to it. Atheno also has access to one of those gadgets. When a bandit puts down those batteries,
It's
it
definitely the
electrifies
coolest-
the wall,
definitely the coolest and
which
most
prevents
different change
that
they've
hard
made.
breach gadget from going off.
Oh.
Varsity just put down a new battery, destroying one of the gadgets, but he wasn't able to get both walls in time. So there is now an opening through that reinforced wall that the attackers can use to their advantage. But holes work both ways. Defenders can use it too.
And the question is, I mean, we have a lot of intel. We've always stressed throughout Siege, intel, 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 and we have that not only with the Valkyrie, but then with the Echo. So it's a question of they have nothing to find these cameras. They have to be vigilant of where they're planting, where they're going to be trying to entry from, and seeing if they can find this intel where I am going to be expecting Team Skittles to be utilizing.
That's a wall I've never
to
thought
the
of
best
destroying
their ability.
to
And we've
watch.
seen engagement here happening in construction, where we do see
Catwalk
Varsity
in
go down.
garage?
He's now getting taken to the gym from Athena,
As a roamer?
and it's not looking too good for Skittles.
I mean, when you're playing on Bandit,
That's a
your
mental marker
primary
for sure.
job is to keep those walls electrified. And
Correct.
Varsity did that for the most part. To die early, we were about halfway through the round. It's not terrible. I mean, you never want to be the team to give up the first kill. Skittles does trade it back a little bit later, and then Roy will give the advantage to Skittles. They sacrificed Varsity, and I guess the rest of the team was like, now we can play a little bit better.
Double kill.
And they very quickly turned this around. Now Skittles is on the board for this round as well. Every single player in the lobby with a kill. The team's evenly balanced to this point. And boy, oh boy, what a heady task for Rasco and Atheno. On the right side of your screen, you see our free cam showing off part of the objective, but
Oh my
Team
God.
Skittles is just indomitable. Macy J closing out the round again. Team Skittles had surrendered the previous round to Team Meaty Marley, but Team Skittles going back to a 2-round lead.
Again, it's that information game. They were playing beautifully with that, going for spawn peaks, running out, capitalizing on those moments as we just saw in that last where Skittles jumps out the window, grabs that kill onto Atheno. So again, this is going to be important when you're going into this ban phase. What is your opponent using that is catching you off guard? Get rid of that information. We aren't going to get rid of that information. So that's a little unfortunate, but to say the least for Roy, I think he's going to be a little actually, no, they banned that. So Roy's actually banned his favorite character of Castle. That's kind of a questionable choice on my end because, as we know, he loves Castle. Everyone knows he loves Castle. He makes strats with Castle, and now he's eliminating. So then it makes me question then, are they getting rid of the Castle because they know exactly that they're going to try to copy Roy's strats that we've seen through and through on all
Striker.
We are very quickly on match point.
I love it.
With a show match, we are playing by the ranked rules. So if you are new to Rainbow Six Siege, or I guess Siege X, as we call it now, this is where the end comes for Team Meaty Marley unless they're capable of winning on attack. Again, Clubhouse is a very defender-sided map. If you play this map, the defenders should win the lion's share of rounds. Team Meaty Marley dropped the ball when they were playing as defenders. Team Skittles did not do that on their maiden voyage of defense.
Team Meaty Marley.
Will they prolong this series, or will that be it
I like
for
that
our
name.
show match? I thought the teams were a little bit more balanced. I'm a
keep
little
saying it.
disappointed that Team Meaty Marley have
Meaty
fallen by the
Marley.
wayside. Marley in particular, it's his namesake. Both of his kills only coming in the first round.
I was just going to say, it looks like Team Skittles is actually playing into their setup. We're on the other end on Meaty Marley's. We were kind of seeing, you know, a little unorthodox setup. It's not to say that unorthodox gameplay doesn't work in a game like Siege, but from what we're seeing just at the basic level, Team Skittles is definitely trying to set up properly and
Show me the
close it
striker
out here
gameplay.
at a 4-1. Oh! He does catch the mirror, your boy
Finally.
Roy. He did try to do what Meaty Marley, I believe, was successful in, but couldn't get it done. To continue on, Marley is going to clear with this Nomad. No one's droning for him. This is where you need to be
Oh, the
droning.
flash with the Nomad
This is
is-
key.
That's how you know this
Quick
guy's
engagement.
a gamer.
Buck ends up capitalizing on it. Now they're in a 5v3. This is actually looking very good. So as you know, I was commending on Team Skittles. There we go. We see that ingredient being displayed right there to block off any rotates going down those main
Ingredient.
lobby stairs. Wonderful catch from our observers. But again, this is looking good for Meaty Marley. They just have to play this man advantage.
And these players in the lobby likely have hundreds to even thousands of hours
Is
playing
this
on
Elon's
Clubhouse.
Siege? Yep.
None of those
He bought
hours
Siege.
played
That's why he
with
put an
the
X behind it.
indestructible ingredients. So I appreciate the fact that they're trying to use them because it wouldn't be second nature to me. I wouldn't think, oh, I need to shoot one of these fire extinguishers. Oh, I need to pop one of the pipes. I would be thinking bog standard executes. Let's do what needs
What's
to
up,
be
Carter?
done. But
How's it going?
they're showing off some of the changes to core Siege, and Rasco
my.
flattens Macy J.
Flawless.
As it's a big round
Flawless
for
round.
Marley. And this
What's the
game
gimmick with
is
X?
Not over yet.
I think, you know,
Updated graphics,
Marley's
lighting,
team heard what you're saying, that you're a
improved
little
audio.
disappointed in their gameplay, and then they go into probably one of the hardest.
You can,
sites
like,
to try
sprint
to
while
take
repelling now.
as an attacker, and you do it flawlessly. So again,
what
it's going
else?
to be a question of what
You
are
can
you
inspect
going
your
to
weapon.
ban here to try
That was a big
to
one.
get you to push it to an overtime.
What else?
Let's see what we are going to see. Out
Oh,
of
that is the
Marley
big. That
and
is
for
the
Team
big
Skittles
different
to
change.
Either help
Is
secure the game or push it even further. So now we're seeing the Bandit. I would have rather seen the Bandit come out sooner.
Yeah. So the big
when you are
one
on that, attack,
that
but
they
we are seeing
changed
the Ace,
on
they are getting rid of 2 hard breachers and that ability of Thatcher being
that they changed. It's like the core gameplay. So instead of banning operators before the match starts in ranked, you now do operator bans every round. So each team
on that bottom floor bomb site. You like to see
bans
you like to see Kaid. Sometimes teams
one operator.
won't even run any denial. So if you ban a bandit on that church bomb site down or on that church bomb site down below, it's a bit of a suboptimal ban. Now that bomb site has been locked out, they're not going to go to it again because they you know they're going to rotate through. You know they're going to go to one of the upstairs bomb sites. Now you can leverage that knowledge into a better ban, and that's exactly what we saw. Bandit is far
weapon
better
inspector.
Now,
upstairs.
Yeah.
I think Team Skittles learned
Tim's
their lesson. They
still-
aren't
Tim's
going to
still
play
on- he's
as
still on the
aggressive.
tube.
They have a lot of stall. They have Macy on tuber route to be able to use those tuber route canisters and to be able
Fuck him,
to
I got a
slow
sword.
down
Yeah, true.
those hard breaches.
Oh.
You don't take damage in prep phase. That's actually good to know. That's it. Okay. Yeah, you don't take any damage in the prep phase. That is actually, I think, farly beneficial that you don't take that damage if the
Interesting.
teammate accidentally shoots
Oh,
it,
yeah, Tim
punches
listens
it,
while he
whatever that
works.
is. I do enjoy seeing
He
that.
can't watch on
I
Twitch.
think it's pretty
banned at his
understandable
work.
that
Well, he has to
in
watch
the
on YouTube.
onset, teams will destroy those destructible
Yeah, fuck
ingredients early
But we love Tim.
until they figure out how to use them to their advantage, right? You don't want to be in a position where suddenly a rotate is cut off for you as a defender, or suddenly there's a burst of smoke that you're
But-
not accounting for. Take care of them in the prep phase. Beautiful shot by Nugget to get rid of Macy J. Team Meaty Marley on attack.
I think it's just 'cause
doing
of how he
quite
was
well.
aiming. That it looked like
I guess
that.
it's just an attacker-sided clubhouse.
Now, I am curious in terms of denial. Obviously, we have many things that can deny many things across the board. Now, obviously, with those pipes, when they are destroyed, it does emit that fire. I am curious with a Zoto canister if that then does freeze up the fire, delays it, and then it will explode almost immediately after. I would love to see that if we are able to, but not sure if we will.
Breach A. Oh, they were slow.
These are questions that will be answered when we get
Bruce,
greater
you move out now,
opportunities
this-
to
They
play
haven't
the
moved out.
core of Siege. A reminder to everybody about getting access to that beta code. It is for dual front.
I still have stuff at the house.
Not for the core
He's
Siege
still
game
not
you're
paying
seeing
rent.
now. If you want to play what you're watching, you got to play regular Rainbow Six Siege at the moment. But the beta code that will give you access to SiegeX is for dual front. Your favorite creators will continue to stream for about an hour once we're done the official broadcast, which is in a couple minutes, frankly. Once this show match is done and we talk to the winning team, we'll be saying goodbye, and then your favorite creators will continue to stream. And if you watch them and one of the partnered streamers, you can still gain access to the beta code. All you got to do is link your Ubisoft Connect and Twitch account, and you'll have gain access to the beta
He's
code
playing
for
as
dual
Jackal.
front. That's available on PC
can
and
see
current
footprints.
gen consoles.
Well, Parker, I am as excited as everyone else is to get my hands on it, but what I'm even more excited is to see this engagement of the Kaid taking that engagement onto Hot Tub, and then an immediately collapse of them trying to take site. Marley does a great job taking over construction, but Varsity once again taking the Dino
swinging.
to school. It is on Marley for his team to keep them alive.
If Marley fails here, that's the ball game. And it's a strike down the middle from Varsity Gaming. Team Skittles will win the very first Siege X showdown.
Oh, it goes to 4.
Look at how happy he is. You can just tell how much it meant to him.
I mean, look at all
They're
they're
wearing
stretching.
sunglasses.
It's just another day in the office. Look at Macy. He's like, oh, look, this was easy.
There's a lot more people there than I thought.
Show matches are for fun. We're here to showcase the new goods, but these are ultimately for fun. Teams are going to
I
play
did this like Castle with the
operators that you
Shades,
might not
the one
see
all the way on the
that
right.
frequently. They're going to play operators that might not be in the meta. They're going to play bomb sites that you might not see very frequently. But we got to see in that particular map what the visual overhaul for Clubhouse looks like. We got to see the new pick ban phase in action. We got to see those destructible ingredients and how they factor in to the goings-on of a round.
I mean, whether it's the destructible ingredients, whether it's the audio overhaul, whether it's the picks and bans across the board, we are entering a new era where metas are going to be shaped and defined all over once again for this.
Patricia!
Well, you heard from him earlier today, and he's the winner. So why not hear from Skittles again? We've got Patricia down on the stage. She's having a preliminary chat with him.
You saw Trisha Fisher at the courthouse just
Hi
now?
there. I am
What the
here
heck?
with Team with
What the
Skittles
heck?
and Team Skibbles. Please give it up one more time.
Oh, she recognized you? Probably not. She probably doesn't recognize a lot of us these days.
Easy.
I mean, you know your way around Siege so well. 10 years, right? Yeah. Do you have any
I'm a nice
advice
guy.
for people who are yet to get their hands on Siege X?
Take everything in. It's a completely different game. There's so much to learn.
He was
As you
paid to
guys
say
all
that.
saw, there's like a whole new band system.
It's a
new
completely
lighting,
different
new
game.
sound, gun inspection. There's so much to learn now. Just take it all in.
Amazing.
It's the
Thank
same
you so
game.
much for your time, Skittles. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch you play. Thank you. All right, guys. So I'm about to take off, about to conclude.
Bro just got
but before I
500
pass
gifted
you
just
down
to say it's a different game.
Intero and Laxine, I just have a quick word of gratitude. I have been a part of this game for 10 years now. I can't believe it. Yeah, woo, Siege. And in that time, I have met so many incredible casters and fan artists and creators and devs and cosplayers, and it really is my honor to be a part of what is very much a global community that is Siege, right? And so I just wanted to say I'm so thrilled for you all, so thrilled to see what's coming next and how it continues to bring you all together. Thank you again, everyone. Appreciate it.
Giggin'.
Awesome. Okay.
Thank you very much, Patricia. Gratitude has been a constant theme here
That was so awkward.
in Siege X. And I gotta say, it is
I don't think she
really
wanted to be at this
cool
event at all.
to see so many of the people who voice characters in our game show up at events. Patricia is just one of many that we have had an opportunity to meet at events all over the globe. And again, we're not here without you. Today was fantastic. I was a little bit nervous about this event because I know how much Siege means to so many people, and we knew the stakes, Gabe. But if anything, today should show how important this game is and how excited people are for the new era of SiegeX.
I mean, not even that, but just for everyone involved in the Siege community, whether new or old, this is a moment for everyone
the
of
X.
us to enjoy.
Yeah, look.
take,
Yeah, look.
and
See, look at the
appreciate, and to just live in
the
this
changes.
moment and to carry it for the next 10 years of
We made
Siege
spaces darker.
and on Siege X.
I mean, if it's really 10 years, I will be in
I like how they said new
40s,
environmental
basically
destruction.
in 80
Also, why did they just call it
years
that? Why do they
means
keep
that
calling
I
it
am on the
destructible
verge
ingredients? I
of
hate that they call it that.
home.
But
we
it's
got
literally
to
just
see the
fire
new 66
extinguishers,
game mode
the
dual
explosive
front.
pipes,
We got
and
to
you
see
can
core
disable or
gameplay
destroy
updates. We got to see them in action in core
metal
Siege
detectors.
in 5v5. There were lots of goodies, and we're not quite done yet. You can still gain access to the dual front beta for the last time. My call to action to you: connect your Ubisoft Connect account and Twitch. Watch either this stream or soon to be the partnered streamers, because we're about to wrap up, and you'll gain access to play Dual Front later today on either PC or one of the current gen systems. It has been one heck of a day, and it is a great honor to be one of the two people to take a moment to pay tribute to a game that has made our lives better, but has also just made our lives, period.
Yeah.
Think about where we would
I think
be
Siege
if it
actively
wasn't
makes
for
my
our
life
involvement
worse,
in Siege. You've been
but
involved for almost a decade.
I still
I've been
have fun
involved
playing
for
it.
coming on 8 years. That's crazy. So thank you to you, the community. Thank you to Ubisoft. Thank you to all who took part. Yeah.
Do rainbows
Cheer
on my
for
six
that
until I
maybe
siege.
last time.
Absolutely.
Thank you to Alienware and Blacklight, our sponsors. But before we sign off, there's one person who has had an enormous impact on this game, and as I don't want to say,
Are we gonna- oh, is
breathe
this-
new life
We're gonna talk about Jinxie?
but it is undeniable that his involvement, his love
yeah,
of
they're
the
gonna-
game,
oh, yeah.
and
He
his
does kinda look like Jonah Hill.
constant work on screen and off has made our game bigger
Introducing
than ever.
the
He
Jinxie
received
operator.
a commendation at the 6th Invitational, our world
Yeah, that's like a spitting
championship
image.
event.
Yeah.
Who do you think it is?
King George?
Not King George. No. It's Jinxie, somebody who has breathed life, I will say it, has breathed life into this game. Jinxie has been able to put a big spotlight on everything from the casual scene, the console scene, our involvement in esports with his affiliation with Space
They're
Station.
giving him like a
He was
shout out,
honored
basically, because
with
I
the
will say
MVP
Jinxie
award
did
at our biggest
kind of
event
blow up
of the
Rainbow
year
Six a
in
little bit
Boston
with his
just
TikTok.
a month ago. So many people are here because of him. This game is here because of him. And before we toss to him, do you have any experiences with Jinxie? Do you have any anecdotes to share?
You know, I said this in Boston, I'll say it here. I went into Jinxie's stream when he was averaging 10 viewers, 9 viewers, and something that has always stuck with me every time I've had my interaction with Jinxie is he's stayed to his character through and through. No matter he was at 10 viewers, no matter if he's at 90,000 viewers. It is so important to just remember who you are, to stay true to who you are, and Jinxie is truly the epiphany of that.
And it's not just Jinxie himself, but the people around Jinxie.
The epiphany of that.
He's hosted console
Not the epitome.
events. He's hosted his World
epiphany.
Cup events. He's got friends that he
Guy
games
said
with
that
quite
Jinxie
regularly
was the
who now
epiphany.
themselves
The
have
epiphany
a
of
career. Some of them have
his
homes
success.
because of this game and the money that they're able to make by highlighting our game and being a part of this community. It's not easy being a content creator.
It's not. It takes a lot. And again, I mean, for everyone involved, everyone plays a ginormous part to that, because without all of us, we all can't make this happen through and through.
Yeah, whether it's on the traditional platforms like YouTube or Twitch, or whether it's on the newer platforms, TikTok being the big one, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, there are different ways for content creators to get involved. And today, SiegeX was everywhere on social media. And the hope is that that carries forward, because it is really
I'm glad I
new
didn't
era
have
for
any
our
of the
game.
chat,
I don't
any
stream much
chats
these days. I
open
don't
for this,
know if
for any
you
streams
do,
of this
but it's
event.
kind of given me that
Because I
itch
can
to
just
get back
imagine
into
that
it.
I can imagine just
mean,
Twitch chat was
I
probably
think we
just
start our
lighting
shit
this
back
event up.
I think,
Yeah?
I think we
Think
should play
you think
together
we should
again.
stream together again?
I think we should.
You want to be a brand
People
risk?
losing their
You think we
minds
should be
over
brand risks when we stream? You
I don't
that's a
think
good
I don't
New-
think we're
new
ever brand
lighting.
risks when we stream.
shadows.
No, it's always
And
fun.
reflections.
The thing with you and I, and to go back to the point about community, is that through this game, you and I met
Yes.
years ago, and it's a friendship that has transcended gaming spaces.
Brotherhood.
It's and it's a friendship that you and I share, not just on screen but off screen
Absolutely.
as well. So thank
Yeah.
you again to all of you.
I like how the
Just
one guy
waiting
said it's like,
on
yeah, we got a
information
brotherhood. And the guy was like,
regarding
yeah, we have a friendship.
Jinxie.
I mean, what information do we need on Jinxie? We've already. I mean, he's the face. He's that guy. He's him.
Yeah. I mean, so many people are streaming and watching this game, by the way, but I mean, like, Jinxie's, he's the king.
He is the king. He's not
Okay,
the
we can
King
stop
George.
glazing
He's
Jinxie now.
For those that are unfamiliar with the scene, by the way, King George was, for a period of time, one of the biggest streamers. He is a world champion himself. He came from the esports scene. He still streams. Unfortunately, he's not here, which is a bit unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen him.
Well, it's hard to see him. He is kind of short too.
And
All
now
right,
he has a
we
bidet
can wrap up this
That's-
production here.
Yeah.
I do have one.
These guys,
And I
What
enjoy
was,
it.
what was, before we say goodbye, what was your favorite moment of this event so far? Like,
yeah, the guy
look
on the
back
left is like,
Honestly, Parker,
please stop talking. I want to
being
end this
here
show
from
already.
day one
He's like,
and
I want to get
seeing
out of here so
everything that
bad.
was unveiled here, there is not one specific thing.
Why are they
that I
yapping
can
so
say
much?
I
That's what I'm
enjoyed
saying.
more.
They haven't been
This is-
talking about the
we're
event or
going
the
to a
game at
brand
all.
new
They talked
era.
about Jinxie for like,
All of this
8
needed
minutes.
to happen, needed to be added,
and then they started
it's
reminiscing about their friendship.
changed the vision and what Siege has looked like for so long and continuing to do so. So to answer your question bluntly, I enjoyed everything across the board.
It really was an extraordinary day. And that's the last pun you're going to hear from us because we're all done. Thank you to everybody involved in this production. Thank you to you for watching.
Shoot
you
that
can
guy.
still get your beta code. So watch your favorite partnered content creators and play Dual Front later today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your viewership and take care of yourselves.
All right. So that was the Siege X event. I mean, I'm gonna play Siege. I'll play Siege again when it comes out. I'll always still play Siege. Was it? Big fan of the shirt. Thank you. I've had the shirt forever. I got this the first year I went to Warped Tour, which is like back in like 2016. So I've had this shirt. I've had this shirt for like 9 years. Best song off the album. I know. English Girls, American Candy. That's what it says on the bottom. But yeah. Event was a little overhyped, in my opinion. Some cool changes to the game, but otherwise it's just Siege. Some stuff's different. It's a totally different game. But yeah. That was my plan for stream today, was to just watch that. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna peace out. Hang out with Nickel for a little bit before I go watch the Blues. I'm gonna watch the Blues game with Aaron and Tim later. So I'm gonna peace out. I'm hoping that now that my PC setup is here, and I spending most of my days here now. I'm thinking streams and stuff will be on a much more regular schedule now these days. So I'm gonna peace out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope everyone liked Siege X. You can't see it, but I'm making an X with my hands. I'm gonna peace out. All right. Bye. Love you guys.